Good evening and welcome to the Business Day. I'm Javon Keys. Now, we spoke about those inflation numbers at the start of the bulletin, but we'll get to that shortly. Let's kick off with some company news coming out of NCB. Now, Michael Lee Chin has returned to the helm of the NCB Financial Group as chairman. In a notice to the Jamaica Stock Exchange, the bank says Mr. Lee Chin's leave of absence has now come to an end earlier than he anticipated. Now, in May, it was announced he would take leave from the company's board of governors for 3 months to tend to, quote, pressing business and personal matters, unquote. It was later said that Mr. Lee Chin needed to temporarily step into an executive role within his Canada-based organization. Now, his return also comes amidst his recent public expression of discontent with the non-declaration of a dividend by the company in more than 2 years. Now, News Center also understands that he intends to play a more active role in the day-to-day management of the company. Of course, that's a story we'll continue tracking for you. As we head to the inflation data from Statin, annual inflation at the end of June was 6.3%. This is down from the 10.95% recorded for the same period last year. Now, while May's inflation was 6.1%, the outturn is just outside the Bank of Jamaica's 4 to 6% target range. The Statistical Institute of Jamaica Statin says the increase in the cost of goods and services was influenced by a 10% uptick in the category food and non-alcoholic beverages. For June 2022 to June this year, prices in the restaurants and accommodation services industry went up by 12.8%, while the group furnishings, household equipment and routine household maintenance went up by 11.4%. Now, looking at June alone, the Consumer Price Index CPI increased by 0.1%. Statin says the marginal movement was linked to a 1.3% increase in the cost of food and non-alcoholic beverages. Inflation in the restaurant and accommodation services for the month alone was up by 4.2%. Listed company Regency Petroleum (RPL) has forged a partnership with liquefied petroleum products LPG distributor Just Gas. CEO of RPL, Andrew Williams, says this deal is part of the company's corporate area expansion plan, particularly for the distribution of bulk cooking gas.
We have awarded Just Gas the franchise for Kingston, St. Angela, and for the corporate area based on their capacity and what we see them have in place. Because Just Gas now will be representing Regency. Our reputation is in Just Gas hands for Kingston. Yes, we have an agreement in place and we have strict regulations for Just Gas to abide by. So we have an agreement in place and they have proven themselves.
Now, this comes on the heels of local LPG distributors Fesco launching its own line of products, Fesgas, earlier this month. Fesgas also began distributing bulk gas in the corporate area recently. Some more company news, this time in shipping and logistics. Kingston Wharves Limited, KWL, has signed a 20-year deal with international club shopping company PriceSmart. The agreement allows PriceSmart to enter a new lease to occupy a portion of KWL's 300,000 square foot integrated modular logistics complex at Ashenheim Road. The first phase of the complex is now under construction and set for completion in the first quarter of 2024. PriceSmart will have access to the facility at the end of this year to complete its build-out. Now, the first portion of the project consists of an initial 75,000 square foot of dry goods warehouse and 57,000 square foot of cold storage. The agreement with PriceSmart represents a guaranteed 10-year lease agreement with the option of renewal in 2 5-year increments. CEO of Kingston Wharves, Mark Williams, says this is strengthening the company's ability to take on nearshoring opportunities. The completed facility will bring KWL's logistics and warehousing capacity to over 600,000 square feet. PriceSmart is a United States-based company with over 50 stores in 30 countries in the Caribbean and Latin America. To the foreign exchange market now, banks and cambios are selling the US dollar for an average $155.36. $118.12 is the going rate for the Canadian dollar. The average cost for the pound is $203.89, while it's costing $175.06 for the euro. Meanwhile, the JSE index gained 838 points, while the junior market index increased by 8 points. Among the 43 winners were Jamaica Public Service 7% shares, Caribbean Cream, Lasco Distributors, Caribbean Assurance Brokers, and Consolidated Bakeries. 43 companies also declined today. They included Margaritaville Turks, MPC Caribbean Clean Energy, Key Insurance Company, Trans Jamaican Highway 8% shares, and Blue Power Group. 15 stocks traded firm. And that's the business day. I'm Javon Keys. Good evening.